This is Twit.
Bandwidth for Know-How is brought to you by CacheFly.
This episode of Know-How is brought to you by DigitalOcean. Simple and fast cloud hosting built for developers. Deploy an SSD cloud server in 55 seconds. Try it today for free. Visit DigitalOcean.com, and once you sign up, be sure to enter the promo code KNOWHOW in the billing section to get your $10 credit. And by IT Pro TV. IT Pro TV is an easy, entertaining approach to online IT training. For a free 7-day trial and 30% off the life of your account, go to itpro.tv/knowhow and use the code KNOWHOW30. Today on Know-How,
Tech for Health.
welcome to Know-How. It's the Twitch show where we build, bend, break, and upgrade. I'm Father Robert Ballecer.
No, I'm Bryan Burnett.
And for the next however many minutes it's going to take, we're going to show you some of the things that we've been playing with so that you can take them home and play with them on your own.
That's right. And that's using tech to make yourself healthier,
Healthier.
right?
We've been playing around with this idea for a while, and we started to get some products in that perhaps we could demonstrate a healthier side of tech, or at least a side of tech that
we can
helps
try
you to be healthier.
Yeah, exactly.
Not so much. Yeah. Now, there were a couple of things that were pitched to us. My personal favorite was the helmet that helps you grow hair. We did not accept that.
We don't have a problem with that. We're good.
Not so much about that. There was another one. It was a foot massager that would also electrocute you, which was awesome.
Well, I've been needing that.
I know. I mean, who doesn't want to be shocked when there's, massaging their feet?
Okay.
That was a little weird.
No,
but my personal all-time favorite was they said that they had created a device that could measure your blood sugar just by putting a light right on your skin.
See, I want that one.
Yeah, it totally didn't work though. They said,
I wish it did.
They said, their thing was, so Father Robert, this is a prototype, so I mean, it's got the look and the feel, but it may not register the right number. I'm like, well, then it doesn't work.
Yeah, then wait till it works to send me one.
Exactly. Now, we will be doing more and more of this. We've got an open invitation to a lot of manufacturers to send us the gear that they think will help our geeks live healthier lifestyles. We want to show you a couple that we found, and maybe you might be interested in exercising, rejuvenating, and otherwise technicizing your health.
Absolutely.
Is that a word?
It is now.
It is now. Now, Bryan, this first one is something a little fun. We got a couple of alcohol meters a while back, and it's actually very super simple technology.
You were going to build your own.
I actually am building my own. Yeah. I'm using an Arduino along with a gas sensor, which detects alcohol. And the way that it does that is when you put alcohol into an enclosed area and you expose it to an electrode and a cathode, it actually will generate a tiny bit of power. The more alcohol vapor there is, the more power it will generate.
And then that's how they tell how much you have in your blood.
Precisely. But we wanted one that was an actual finished product, not me and my botched together Arduino with something that may and may not work. So we reached out, and one of these companies actually supplied this. What is this?
Let me look at the name again. This is the Alcomate Revo. That's right. And this is like the professional version. This is the one that costs $230.
That's actually the one that you could use, that's admissible in court.
Yes.
You can take a reading from this, and as long as the cartridge is not expired, you could say, but Your Honor, look, this is what this read at the same time. That was how it was pitched to me.
Exactly, yeah. No, this isn't a cheapo one. This one works really well, pretty accurate. If you go to the overhead, Alex, inside, just a couple of AAA batteries, and then this is the actual cartridge. So you blow into here, and then this is where the magic happens.
Excuse me, Bryan. I think I'm going to go to the side shot.
Oh, how about that? Boom.
Now, I just wanted to feel like Padre for a second. No, Alex.
You want to tell Alex what to do. Something that's very important to notice about this is a lot of the cheaper ones, they're basically Arduinos with a gas sensor on them. But the issue is that sensor is going to become less and less sensitive and less accurate as time goes on. So the really nice meters, the more expensive ones, actually will have a replaceable cartridge. This whole sensor package comes out. In fact, this one expired a while back.
A little while ago. But it hasn't been used at all. And they have about 1,000 uses before you have to change them out or,
But look for that. I mean, if you actually do want a meter that's going to give you an accurate result for years and years and years, make sure you get one that has that cartridge that can be replaced, because that's going to happen to anything. That's not a product thing. That's a physics thing. It's a chemistry thing.
Right, but we didn't just want to talk about it.
No.
We wanted to test it out ourselves.
Yeah, so we did some exhaustive work here at Twit TV. We talked to Kara, we talked to Bryan, we put them together, and we said, hey, you know what? For the betterment of science, we need you to drink.
Hit the button.
Today I am taking a look at a breathalyzer. It comes in this little case. This is called the Alcomate Revo Alcohol Breathalyzer. It isn't cheap. Comes in at $229.95 on Amazon, but it is advertised as a police caliber breathalyzer. We're going to take a shot, once every 10 minutes?
Yes, every 10 minutes.
Going over the hardware, it's pretty simple. It's one button to turn it on. What is nice about this breathalyzer is that you don't have to recalibrate it. So if I open up the back, where it's got 2 AAA batteries, and then this is the sensor module that you would replace after 1,000 uses or 1,000 tests, or you would replace it after the expiration date. There's like some little mechanism
it's very
that
fast.
flips over.
I was going to say the one
fast.
that I had that was on a keychain took a lot longer. Yeah,
So
zero.
we're good?
We're
Zero,
both
zero,
sober.
zero.
Good
Okay.
to know.
Oh, we're also going to be playing Mario Kart in the background to make the time pass.
The time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Round 1.
Smooth.
It was the best.
All right, so 10 minutes has
Okay,
gone
so
by.
we got to breathalyze.
It is thinking 0. It says 0.
Well, it was only 1.
It's been 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes.
One shot.
0.15.
So, all right, so shot number 2.
Shot number 2.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good. It's been another 10 minutes, so we're going to be on shot number 3.
Yes.
It's getting harder to remember.
It is getting harder to remember already.
So now we've got to test again. Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
0.15.
So
You're at where I was
1.5.
one shot ago. So let's see
Okay.
how much I've gone up. 0.04.
So technically
So
you're
I
halfway.
can still drive.
All right, time for our third shot.
All right.
Another 10 minutes has gone by. So this is our 4th test after 3 shots. Okay.
0.04. Okay, you've caught up with me. 0.06.
Shot number 4.
Cheers.
Boop. Another 10 minutes, and then we'll breathalyze. This is our 5th
Enough.
test. We're
Fifth
about
test.
to breathalyze.
Comment.
Oh, damn.
What did I say?
0.087.
Oh, no, I said you would be like
You said I'd be under.
0.06 something. Yeah.
So I'm now
You
over
cannot
the legal
drive
limit.
anymore. 0.098. Okay. So we
so I
both
was
can't drive, which is
9-1,
probably
you're 9-8.
obvious at this point.
So we're already over, but
This is the second to last shot.
Second
I'm
to last
looking at
shot.
the wrong camera now, too.
we still have to play through Mario Kart.
Stop.
It goes down smoother the more you go.
It does.
All right,
It's
so we're
loading.
on our final test.
All right, below. 0.13. Okay.
Does that sound fair?
I think so.
Okay, I'll try it. 0.104.
Okay, and I'm still winning with
That
the
sounds fair.
0.013. I'm like, we should
We've only
just finish
finished
the
it.
bottle.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is our 6th breathalyzer.
Breathalyzer.
This is our 6th breathalyzer
This
test.
is our 6th breathalyzer test. And it looks like it's a 0.10.
Gotta finish the bottle.
0.146. If you round up, it's a
0.146.
0.15. So.
Well, this would be more of a challenge.
Oh! Final breathalyzer test.
Final
Test.
breathalyzer test, which would,
Here's
makes
my
sense
breathalyzer
because
piece.
that was the reason why I was losing at Mario Kart.
It's not, but whatever makes you feel better.
That concludes our test of the breathalyzer.
Thank you
Thank you.
for your time.
Back to you in the studio.
That was science.
It was for science.
That was science right there.
It was.
By the way, was it science when I think what I saw was you taunting Kara at the finish line of Mario Kart and then she catching up with you. Did that actually happen?
You know, it's kind of a hazy memory, so fortunately we don't have any direct footage of that happening.
Wow, we actually do. Yeah,
Huh.
no, I think that's exactly what happened. I think you were sort of being, the jackass, and Kara
Yeah.
said, "Hey,
Yeah.
here's a turtle shell for you."
That tends to happen
It does.
when you drink whiskey and play Mario Kart. But disclaimer, we did not drive. We had rides that night and stuff.
Yes,
So.
we actually did do it responsibly. Please don't go out and drink a bunch of wild turkey ever, because that's a disgusting drink.
Hey, you know what? It was a throw to Martin Sargent, basically, because the next
okay,
day
yes.
was
That's true.
Screensavers with Martin.
That's
so.
true, that's
And
true.
he had done that on, what was the show they called?
Unscrewed.
Yeah.
Unscrewed. Actually, that segment gave me an idea for another segment, because we
More
do.
whiskey?
Well, yes, we will need more whiskey, but
good.
we actually have a couple of vendors who say they have devices to help you recover from alcohol more quickly.
Yeah. Can we get the IV drip? Plug me right in. Just hydrate
Actually,
me.
you can find your own vein. You're
I
good
could.
at that, but
Yeah,
I
use needles.
I don't like those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the insulin needles are really tiny. IV needles are way bigger. I don't think I could do that.
The service I actually saw, this is popular in Las Vegas. They have it. I think they call it like the hangover bus. And it's a short bus that goes up and down the strip, and you summon it. So it's like an Uber, but for drunk people. And the whole idea is they'll bring you in, they'll sit you down, and then they'll hook you up to an IV. And the idea is they'll push you with fluids so you don't wake up with a hangover the next day.
I don't know. If I'm drinking that heavily, I don't. I think that's the problem. Like, just don't drink that much. you know?
I think that's the kind of service you have to pre-order before you start drinking.
Right.
Because there's no way you're going to think about that once you're trashed.
The only thing I'll be thinking about is like, when's the taco truck getting here?
All right, folks, that was just our first gadget. We will be bringing on a whole lot more, but first, let's go ahead and take a break to thank the first sponsor of Know How. Now, Brian, I like the internet.
I love the internet.
Yeah, the internet, it brings great things into the world. And
It brings me joy.
It brings me joy, but it also gives me an opportunity to display my latest creation. It could be a website, it could be a portfolio, it could be the latest killer app.
Right.
But if I wanted to do it the old way, the way we used to do it back in the day, I'd have to buy a server. I'd have to put in a colo, contract for some bandwidth. Of course, I'm going to have to maintain the server at some point. It's kind of a pain. It's not that much fun. And if I just wanted to get hosting, that's a whole other thing.
I've gone through that. Yeah, it was a pain.
Not particularly fun. You could do that. You could run through all those hoops. You could do all that rigmarole, or you could just use DigitalOcean. It's the choice that professionals use when they need to deploy a server, an app, or the latest service. Now, DigitalOcean is quite simply the best way to deploy your projects on the internet. They let you take your server, your app, and encapsulate it in what they call a droplet. It's a container, a way to run whatever it is that you're running on their infrastructure. Now, DigitalOcean is used by over 600,000 developers, including Randall Schwartz, Aaron Newcomb, and myself. It lets you deploy and configure your droplets via a streamlined control panel or a simple API, and you get to choose your OS. Ubuntu, CentOS, Debian, Fedora, CoreOS, FreeBSD. They also let you select from one of the many pre-configured one-click installs like Drupal, Docker, or Node.js, which lets you get up and running quickly, or, because they give you root access, you can build the exact infrastructure that you want and need. It's highly scalable, which means it can meet the demands of a rapidly growing application or business, from first deployment to global domination. You could also use advanced features like floating IPs for high availability, private networking, and automated deployments via API. It's so easy to get started, you can deploy an SSD cloud server in as little as 55 seconds. I really don't know why you wouldn't try DigitalOcean. It is the choice for professionals, and I'm going to give you one more reason why you're going to want to test it, and that is it's free. DigitalOcean has incredibly affordable and straightforward pricing with servers starting at just $5 per month. There's also hourly pricing available starting at less than a penny per hour. But we're going to make it so that you can get started today and deploy an SSD cloud server for free. Just visit DigitalOcean.com and create an account. Once you confirm your email and account information, go to the billing section and enter the promo code KNOWHOW for a free $10 credit. That's plenty to get started and explore what DigitalOcean can do for you. That's DigitalOcean.com, DigitalOcean.com. And once you sign up, enter the code KNOWHOW in the billing section to get your $10 credit for free. DigitalOcean, it's how professionals use the internet. And we thank DigitalOcean for their support of Know How. Hey, Brian.
Yes.
You know, so we've got that alcohol thing, and thank you. So this is the module, right? So you've taken this
that's
out.
the little module. Pretty easy to just slide it out and then get a new one.
We're going to be building one of these for the maker side of Know-How. But I
But
wanted
who's going to be drinking the wild turkey for that one?
You know what? I think Everclear will do it much more better.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll do that one.
I wanted to show some technology that wasn't necessarily just to keep us from getting wrecked or to find out how wrecked we are.
Right.
I thought there must be some tech out there that we could use to actually improve the state of our health.
Instead of improve the state of our mind?
That's right.
Yeah.
And so I actually came up with this. This is the iTens. Now, this started off as an Indiegogo project. Bear with me, because I know a lot of this is going to sound like pseudoscience. A lot of this is going to sound like mumbo jumbo, but it does electrocute you.
Okay.
But in a good way. In a good way.
Is this it right here?
Yeah. So well, that's the lily pad. So those
Have
are
you
the
used
leaves.
this already?
I actually. You probably shouldn't be holding that. I clean it. I clean it after every use. Now, unfortunately, I did run out of the gel pads because the way that this works, if you go to
So you've been using gaffer tape in the meantime.
the side view here, actually. Yeah. So these are actually the electrodes. So these provide very small pulses, almost no amperage, decent amount of voltage through these two lily pads. But there's a little medical gel pad that will actually stick it onto a body part.
Okay.
Now, yeah, it sounds silly. Anytime someone says, "Oh yeah, I'm going to electrocute you, you'll feel better," that sounds silly. But this actually, I used to use something like this way back when I had major problems with my lower back. I had like messed up a vertebrae, compressed a bunch of discs.
Ow.
And this actually helped. Not this specifically, but
Right, but the theory, the
electrostimulation.
Right.
The whole idea is you're stimulating like the muscles around an injured area so that they can better support whatever has been injured.
and that makes sense because you're not going to be using those muscles if it hurts you to move that area.
Precisely.
Okay.
So this is built on the same idea, except they've taken it one step further. They've gone ahead and created a device that connects to my smartphone so I can track how I'm doing.
Okay.
All right,
okay,
so let's
I like that
let's
idea.
take a look at how this works. This is the lily pad. So these are the electrodes. This is the actual device inside of its charger. So it's charged via a USB charger. It's just a 3.7 volt lithium ion battery inside. So there's not a whole lot of power, but it does harness that power really,
Oh, I thought you were
really
going to say, but I have hacked it. And
and now it will blow up cars. But here's how you actually install it. So you turn this over. If you look at the bottom here, you've got these two snap-ons, which snap on there, and you just do it like that. It's magnetic. Now I'm primed and ready to go. This is connected via Bluetooth. Okay, Brian, I know you've got the app installed on your phone, so let's go ahead and show people how this actually works. Go ahead and turn on your phone. Go to the side view, Alex, and you got to be up here.
Oh, hello.
You got to be over here.
Over here?
Here we go.
Oh, this phone's just so big.
You go and kick that off.
iTens.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Bluetooth on the iTens. It'll beep.
Beep.
Okay, again, click the chain link thing.
Okay.
And there's the device. Oh,
here.
by the way.
Does it say Volty McVoltface?
Yes, Volty McVoltface is the
turn
thing
my
that shocks me. There we go. So go ahead and connect.
All right, Volty. You now have a virus.
Now, I should say, while this is connecting, there are a few things to remember about this iTens. First of all, you don't want to connect it across veins. Okay.
Okay.
So they're actually very good about this. If you go to here, it will. If you look at the
What
body
part?
it will show you where you should be installing this thing. So you can use it on your wrist. You can use it where I used it the most is on my lower back, and actually it was fantastic for my lower back.
Should we test this out right now?
We don't have the pads. We don't have the medical pads, unfortunately.
Can we just tape it
We
to my wrist?
You want to do that? I mean, I wouldn't, but
Let's do it.
oh, okay, all
I
right.
mean, we can just hold it on, right? Or something.
Well, actually, here's the other thing. It will show you how you should how you should use it. Where is it? It's gonna show.
How to use.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Do not apply to face.
There we go. All right, go ahead. Ready?
Okay. Put it on my wrist.
Such a bad idea.
Why?
Okay. So what you can do is that's intensity 0 right now.
I can hold it, right?
Actually, see, look, it won't even let us do it.
Why?
The alarm, it's telling us to reconnect the gel pads. So it knows it's directly connected to bare skin. It's like, no, this is a bad idea.
Oh, yeah. Well, can we bypass that?
And no, it's
What?
it's a safety feature. You don't want to electrocute people. But what you can do is you can turn on the intensity. If you go, you can turn up the intensity. You can set like an activity time. So I'm going to be running this thing for 20 minutes. I'm going to run it for 30 minutes. I'm going to run it for an hour. And then it will actually log your activity over time. See,
it won't even, what does it increment to? 11?
I've taken this up to 10. And that was was plenty strong for me.
Okay.
But it also allows you to do, you know, like conditioning. What are you trying to work on specifically? Do you have a sprained something, or do you have back pains? There are different programs that will control the type of pulsing that it does, and this is actually really, really well done. This particular implementation of an electrostimulation device is not just really easy to use, but well designed, as far as I can tell.
What's bursitis?
I don't know, but I don't have it. Carpal tunnel, I did use.
I've had that.
Yeah.
Or I haven't had it, but I know what that is.
So what we're going to do on a future episode, because we're out of medical pads, I do want to bring in some of the gel pads, and I want to let you try this.
I'm going manual mode here, Padre.
Okay, I'm going to get away from it then. And then when you're done, all you have to do is pull this off, because remember, it's magnetic. Drop it back into the charger like that, and you're good to go. Ta-da!
All right.
So that's the i10s. It's available for about $99. When it first went on Indiegogo, I think they were like paying $230 to support the development of it. But if you're not afraid of electrostimulation, if you're looking for a really easy way to do it, this device, I would say, is more useful than it is, you know, snake oil.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. It says it comes with 1 pair of reusable gel pads. Do you know how much replacements are?
No, but I mean, they're not that expensive. You can use any sort of gel pads. You can actually buy it from a medical supply store. The problem with my gel pads is they might have gotten mixed with hair. So.
I don't know what that's like. I mean, if we had a gel pad to use today, it would have gotten stuck.
Yeah, so let me go. All right, let's go ahead and look at a different device. This is something else that I saw at CES. They finally sent me one of these. I've been wanting to test this for a while. A lot of people have sleep testers, right? Or sleep monitors. The whole idea is to have a device that can help you figure out whether or not you're sleeping throughout the night. You know, do you have sleep apnea? Do you roll around? Do you wake up in the middle of the night? And yes, there are watches that can do that, but I cannot wear a watch.
Right.
I won't wear a watch.
There's also a company that had it was like a belt that you put underneath your blanket when you're laying on the mattress.
That's exactly.
Is that what this is?
What this company does. So this is the Sleep Ace from Reston. We saw them first at CES. Very simple device. That's a charging cable. That's the instructions. This is really all you need. This and the application that you install on your phone.
See, this is the first one that I was like, okay, this makes sense to me.
Right,
you know?
yeah, because it doesn't change what I do. I don't ever have to change my activity, my motion, my pre-sleep ritual. All I need to do is put this underneath the blanket. So this goes underneath the sheet. You actually want this as close to the mattress as possible.
Right.
And then when you take this off, this is actually the on switch. Taking this off activates the device. It then connects to your phone, which will probably be next to you on the night table, and via Bluetooth, it communicates any of the movement.
And then batteries? So does it stay on battery life, or do you plug it USB in?
It's on battery life. I actually charged this once when I first got it, and the original model. This is actually the second one I received, because the first one I may have accidentally.
You destroyed?
I destroyed it. I did destroy it. But I charged it once, and I used it for like 2 weeks.
That's pretty good.
That's actually pretty good. And then in the morning, you just close it up. It's magnetic, and you're done. You're ready to go.
Oh.
This is actually something I want to do an in-depth test on. See, the light just turned on. This is something I want to do an in-depth test on, because this sounds like a fantastic idea. This is a way for me to get sleep information without me having to wear something on my wrist, or some other solutions have me like putting the phone on the pillow next to me. That's not going to work.
No, I don't want the phone that close to me. That's cool.
Yeah. Again, Sleep Ace. I can't give a recommendation on this yet, because I haven't tried it past the one I broke. The one that I broke, I was getting some great data on, again, on my iOS device. I'm going to try using this on my OnePlus One. I doubt it's going to work, because I
Any idea why the last one broke? Did you do something to it?
I didn't do any. It just stopped working.
Okay.
Honestly, it just was fine, and then one day it wouldn't charge, it wouldn't connect, it wouldn't do any of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it went into sleep mode.
Okay, we're just going to let that pass. Now, we've got a lot of devices like this. These are the best of the ones that we've received. Now, I do want to try the i10s on you because I want to shock you, and I think you're actually going to like it. And
Okay.
I'm actually going to get you one of these because I want you to try it out as well. I want to get your opinion on whether or not this is the kind of device you'd want to use for sleep analysis.
Yeah, I feel like you have to have a couple of test beds, you know, to get an accurate reading.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Encrypted73 in the chat room says he refuses to buy one unless he sees us getting shocked.
Okay, well,
So-
the future episode.
Challenge accepted. As soon as I get some gel pads, we're going to be all sparky up in here. When we come back, I want to show you one device that I saw at CES that we laughed at, then I tried, then we laughed at some more, and then after some time, I wanted to go back and try it again. Okay. But before we do that, let's go ahead and thank a second sponsor of this episode of Know How. Hey, Brian.
Yes.
One of the questions I get asked a lot is, how do I get into IT? It's kind of lucrative. People think there's a lot of money there, but it can be kind of daunting. I mean, the way I learned was I actually just started doing it. I went out in the field. I found people who were smart, who I admired, who I liked their skill set, and I asked them to teach me. But that's not the easiest way to do it.
No. And having watched your show, too, This Week in Enterprise Tech, it sounds like it's a very demanding or high demand field.
It is. It's a high demand field, and not only that, it's a field that changes a lot. If you were the expert, the guru of all things 6 months ago, you are probably not anymore. And it's constantly changing, it's constantly refreshing, which is why we need a repository of knowledge for IT folk, a place to train, to retrain, and to stay current.
Because I'm passionate about computers, but I don't have any like certificates or anything that I can show that says, hey, I know how to build a computer.
Well, we could fix that with IT Pro TV. Now, IT Pro TV understands that it can be difficult for you to get the knowledge that you need. IT Pro TV understands that it can be difficult to keep your knowledge fresh and up to date, which is why they've become the twit of the enterprise. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do I break into that world of IT? I suggest you try IT Pro TV. They've got 1,000 hours of content and more than 30 hours that are added each and every single week. You can stream their courses live and on demand worldwide to your Chromecast, your Roku, your Amazon Fire TV, your Apple TV, or your PC. That gives you the freedom to learn at your own pace and on the go with your mobile device. They give you transcripts that let you follow from start to finish or jump to any part of the video. That is incredibly important. If you are one of these people who will be using IT Pro TV as a reference, you want to be able to jump specifically straight to the part of the video that's going to answer your question. That's what IT Pro TV lets you do. Oh, they've got 100 plus step-by-step virtual machine labs and transcender practice exams, which is a $109 value. And their course topics include Linux, SSH, Wireshark, Python programming, and more. They recently completed CISA, a globally recognized certification in the field of audit control and security of information systems, with Cybex author Bryan O'Hara. And Adam Gordon is returning in June for CEH version 9. Their June courses will also include CCNA Security, which is a Cisco course, and VCP 6, which is VMware. Now, you could take advantage of their low monthly subscription price and no hassle cancellation policy, which comes down to this. Use it as long as it's useful, and when you cancel, they're going to make it easy for you to cancel. They've got corporate and group pricing available, and their clients include Harvard, MIT, UCSD, Stanford, TWIT, and more. Folks, if you want to get into the world of IT, or if you just want to keep your IT skills fresh, you got to check out IT Pro TV. Go to itpro.tv/knowhow. That's itpro.tv/knowhow and upgrade your brain with the most popular IT certifications. Premium subscriptions are normally $57 a month or $570 for a year, but we have a special offer. Try it free for 7 days when you sign up using our code KNOWHOW30 to check out their courses, their live stream, and more. You'll receive 30% off the lifetime of your account. That's less than $40 per month or $399 for the entire year. Again, visit itpro.tv/knowhow and use the code KNOWHOW30 to try it free for 7 days. Plus, save 30% off the life of your account. Your new IT life awaits at IT Pro TV. And we thank IT Pro TV for their support of Know How. Hey, Brian.
Yes.
CES was incredible. Do you remember that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Harsh.
You weren't
Harsh.
there.
I was going to bring that up, though, because I did get to go to NAB. That was a lot of fun, but have not gone to the big one, CES.
But you will, because you have become our new live events producer.
I guess so.
How about that? And folks,
So what did I miss?
Well, you missed this. At the Innovation Pavilion, which is sort of the thing that we always cover on the last day that we're covering CES. It's away from the hustle and the bustle. You get to see stuff that's a little stranger, avant-garde, maybe a little outside of the box of what you've expected from a mainstream product, which is exactly what we found with the Hypervibe. Sometimes the best exercise is just to shake it, which is why we're here at Hypervibe, and I'm speaking with Bree, who's going to explain what this can do for your body. Bree, what is this?
This is a whole body vibration machine. What we're doing is we're doing exercise on the machine and a much quicker workout. So we can cut down our workout, we produce G-force, the machine loads the muscle via gravitational loading. So you're going to get a really intense workout, a really short period of time.
Okay, there's going to be people in our audience who are going to say, no. Shaking me is not the same as me going to the gym, which obviously I never do. But what's the science behind it?
So the machine produces gravitational loading. It's really hard to explain it until you feel it. So most machines in the industry, if you've tried vibration training, have a very low rocking wobble board. This machine produces high intensity frequency, high G-force. So you're going to get the results that you want and a really short workout. Come and try it.
All right, let's try this. So I just get up here, and you've got your eye device in here. Now, what am I doing?
What we're going to do is we're going to set the machine to run. So the machine's going to tilt from side to side very slowly at start. This is great for balance. We're going to take it up higher. It's going to go away from that wobble board, and now it's a vibration. This is a really light vibration, great for circulation. What I want you to do is a little squat for me, and we're going to go into the high intensity now. You ready? Feel that activation through your quads.
Okay, I could see this. Yeah, and actually, now I understand gravitational loading. Essentially, it's simulating, because it's constantly going up and down at a high frequency, what it would feel like for you to experience more cheese. And I have to say, I'm glad if this is an actual workout, because this actually does feel kind of nice to my feet.
Yes, it's great. It's doing circulation as well and lymphatic drainage as well as what you're working out. Now, by you just standing there, it's working your legs. But if you want to get a whole body workout, we need to move on the platform. We're doing push-ups, lunges, tricep dips. You're really getting a high-intensity workout by moving on the platform at the same time the vibration's working you.
Okay, so how do I do that?
So will you get down and do a push-up right now? But we would do a push-up like this.
Oh, wow.
Now, that way you're working the different muscle groups.
Now, I'm going to ask, just because I think every geek out there wants to know, could I just get a workout by sitting on this?
Well, you can work some muscles, not all.
Okay, Bree. Now, if they do like this vibration idea, if they want to try it out, if they want to find out more, first of all, where can they go to get more information?
So our American distributors have a fantastic website, hypervibe.com, and they're in New York and also Colorado. But you just contact the website, call the number on the website, and you can speak to our fantastic guys.
And I got to ask, price points.
This machine is $2,000, and it is 15% off for the show.
Bree, thank you very much for speaking with us. Thank you for sharing your technology. I'm going to sit here and let the Hypervibe massage my feet. Do you know how hard it is to keep a straight face while this thing is shaking your butt?
I imagine it's pretty tough.
Do you need some bleach for your eyes, Bryan?
I don't ever want to go to CES. I don't want to go. I'm out.
Now, I will say this. I can't vouch for any of the health effects. I will say, after 3 long days of walking through the halls of CES,
that probably did
felt
help.
so good. And it was one of these where an hour later I was still going, I feel so much better. I wasn't sure if because it had numbed all the nerve endings in my feet or if it actually had helped, but it felt good.
It's probably helped knowing that you experienced that without having to drop $2,000 on it too.
Yeah, so. That was a little expensive. I'm thinking that might be something that will show up at a club you belong to at some point, but I wouldn't buy one for my house.
I'm hoping to. Maybe we should combine all of these things at once. So let's electrocute you while we vibrate.
And test your blood alcohol
and
content.
do breathalyzing.
And
yeah.
see, I think we've got it sorted.
Jesus.
We do. Folks, if you liked this episode, if you liked us taking a look at some gadgets, some very serious, some not so serious, then make sure that you reach out to us on our social media accounts. Of course, the best way to get to our social media accounts is to go to our Google Plus group. You just go to Google Plus, look for Know How. You're going to find over 10,000 members of our Know How community. We call them know-it-alls. And
what is it? The
Kitas. The KITAs. It's a great place for you to explore projects that other people are doing, to maybe suggest projects and segments for future episodes of Know How, and otherwise just to hang out with a bunch of geeks.
Yeah. It's almost like being with us here in the studio.
How about that?
Almost. But if you wanted to download the show, and you wanted to subscribe to the show, you would do that at twit.tv/KH. And that's where you would find links for anything that we mentioned during the show. So if you are interested in getting that breathalyzer, there'll be a link there for the Amazon link to get to it.
If you want to get a hyper vibe, I'm probably not going to pull a link for that.
Nah, I don't think so.
But we will put links for the i10s and for the Sleep Ace. So once we electrocute ourselves, you can go out and buy yourself one.
And if you want to see when we're hyperviving outside of Twit, you'd want to follow us on Twitter, right?
Absolutely. You're going to find me at twitter.com/PadreSJ.
I don't think that's a good tease for following us on Twitter. And I am at cranky_hippo.
And if you want to find out what the man who pushes our buttons does on a weekly basis, you can follow him. His name is Jim, and you'll find him at twitter.com/ANELF3.
He's over there.
He's over there.
You hit the wrong button.
Absolutely.
I think he wants us to get him a hyper vibe. Can you imagine trying to switch the TriCaster while vibrating?
It will feel good. I know that.
I hit the wrong button.
Also, folks, we every once in a while like to pull something out of the Google Plus group to show you what our Kitas are up to, and we actually have one. Brian, who's it from?
All right, this one comes from James Mitchell, and he's going to show off. He says, here's my project, 32-channel dimmable plexiglass holiday lights controller using a SaneSmart Arduino, 2560 and Vixen software. What do you think?
Now, first of all, I got to say that is a very clean setup. But go ahead and play that video there right next to it, Alex.
Wow.
And we'll get a better view of what's going on.
Oh, you have the graphics over it.
You got it. There you go. There we go. Go ahead and play that.
It's because we called him Jim.
Oh, look at this. I mean, that is beautiful. That's exactly how you want to set it up. He's created a lighting controller. So think of all those YouTube videos you see of people controlling Christmas lights. This is a way to do it with non-addressable lights. So you've got all your circuitry on this side. You've got the faux Arduino. You've got all your switches, and then here.
What?
You've got the sockets.
That makes a lot of sense.
How awesome is that? And I love the fact that it's inside a plexiglass enclosure so he can show people what he built.
Yeah, I mean, that wiring right there, too, is just beautiful.
Top notch. That's just way better than
it looks like candy to me.
Folks, this goes to show you, this is something that Brian and I have said all the time. When you put out projects that embarrass us, we love it. When you take an idea that we've had here on the show and you run with it, you expand on it, or you build something like this, we couldn't be prouder. So to James Mitchell, fantastic job, beautiful craftsmanship, and you got to show us video of when you have this hooked up for a Christmas light display.
Does he? Yeah, he doesn't have any footage of it hooked up to lights?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he will eventually.
Well, come on.
Give him some time.
Don't keep us hanging, James.
James, you are the Kita of the week.
We should have an award. Kita of the week.
Yeah, I think we just
James Mitchell.
Until next time, I'm Father Robert Ballecer.
And I'm Bryan Burnett.
And now that you know how,
go do it.
With wild turkey.
Go get healthy. Go get healthy by vibrating.